Alright, so welcome back. Hoping you guys having a fabulous day. As you all know, I usually cover gem guides when it is the end of the month, right? Whenever a unit actually goes and gets announced via a stream, it's usually either a must-summon unit or it's just like, hey, maybe we should make it for it. Make some room for it because, you know, it might be Ragnarok, it might be something important. That is when I cover gem guides, alright? This time, I've been asked a crap ton, like by a bunch of people, update it real quick to see how many you can get before Escanor leaves, and how much you can get before the end of year starts. So, that is what this gem guide is. I will update this one last time 3 weeks from now when the actual banner drops for JP of the end of year. That's when it's going to happen, when we get that information for that festival, which should be hopefully a 300 gem login. If it's not, hey, that's going to be rough, all right? We just had Escanor. People are down miserable. I'm hoping a 300 kicks around, but I don't know if it will. All right? I don't know if it's going to be a Dark Festival unit or a regular Festival unit. Only reason it happened last time was because it was a Dark Fez, but who knows, bro? Who knows what's going to happen with it, though? We're going to talk about this here today. If you're new to the channel, get subscribe, helps out a ton. Let's jump into it and break it down for Escanor, the end of year. Both of them, let's check it out. So first thing that I should start off with here, just so you know, this is, in fact, a 5-week kind of banner, okay? That is how it's going to go. It released Monday, the 28th of November. It is then leaving on the 2nd of, of January, right? So it is going to be a 5-week banner. It is a 5-week banner. You see it, right? So again, keep it in mind that this is a little bit of a nice thing they did to make sure you don't miss out this unit, and you know what's next. So you can both sit there and decide, do I go for the end of year? Do I go for this? What should I do? You have that little, piece of, a thing for you to go and have fun with, which is pretty cool. So at least they did that properly, to where you will make it. Again, keep this in mind that all the gems you acquire up until the 102, it's basically enough to guarantee him. 5 weeks is enough to guarantee this unit with all the stuff they've already given you. So just keep it in mind that if you messed up, I have no idea how the hell you messed up. There is literally, it is very hard to mess up. Unless like you're summoning on something, unless you're putting gems into like this, there is no way to mess up, theoretically. Now, why am I saying that? First off, there is this. So this update recently dropped, and I already told you that you'll make it without this update. Without counting this update, originally in that gem guide, I told you you'll make it. You really will make it, unless you've done something stupid, you'll make it. But this update drops, and this update has some good stuff in it, right? First, what is it giving you? It is mainly giving you the Hawk points. It is mainly giving you a few things over here. It's giving you a final boss, right? And the final boss will pay you out before you lose out on the banner, which is pretty cool, so they are doing that properly. But right here, 30 gems, 10 gems, 40 gems. They're giving you 40 gems right here. They're giving you 8 gems right here in the score reward. So keep that in mind. You're already at 48, okay? Which it's decent, okay? In comparison to some of the updates we've gotten, this is good. 48 plus 14 is going to be boosted dailies for, again, 14 days, 14 gems, 48 gems. You're getting all of that in this one update. It's a lot of gems, okay? That's like a week of PvP for some people. It's not bad, all right? It's not bad. Now, we hop to the gem guide. Bro, 4 weeks. You have 12-6, all of 12-6, all of 12-13, all of 12-20, all of 12-27. Basically, again, these weeks, by the way. Before, we gotta, like, make this thing. It says week up here. People keep telling me how the hell are you getting 105 gems a day? It's not a day. It's like 12-6 is the week that concludes on 12-13. That starts again on 12-13 to 12-20. That's how it works. It's like a giant text that says week here. It's a week, right? So again, that's what's happening, right? I'm not counting this, by the way, okay? You can't get gems on 1-3 because it's gonna be the drop of the entire other fez. So 105, 105, 105. That's basically times 4. You're getting 420 in basic weekly guaranteed income. So let's say you're at you went 600 on the banner so far. You're already getting 420. Wow, that's that number. Yeah, 420. You're already getting 420 in just regular income rewards. Okay, regular, just doing your dailies, PvP, Brawl, weekly login, Fort Soldiers missions, Knighthood. Just by doing all of that, you are getting 420. Okay, so you're already saved there. Now you add some of the events that are still there. Remember, the login is still going. I didn't even count that. I should count that. I have to minus like if I just cut the login in half and say it's 100. I'm gonna head into the game over here and see how many days are left on the login. I think Jazzy logged in every single day. If not, we're exposing him for not logging in and playing the game properly. Yeah, so he logged in, I think, basically every single day. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna keep it at just 110. I'll just say 110. You could say 100 here, but I'll just do 110, right? So 110 is still left in that special weekly login, which is pretty good. And then that's what I'm going to keep. I think we have nothing ongoing for the gem events. You should have already gotten majority of it. Yeah, I think you should. Again, yes, there's the dungeon that lasts like, what, 5 more days? So you could say 5 more gems in the dungeon. So I'll put 5 more gems because that lasts for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, right? So a few more gems you can pull from there, which is not that bad. Altogether, just from what I counted here, is mopping you up to be 48 in just the final boss over here. It's also going to mop you up 144 in these events, okay? I'll have to do this to get rid of this one. So with everything, we're counting 228 over here. We're counting 128, 120, 153, which is 629. Thing is, we already got paid for PvP this week, so keep that in mind. That this is accounting for PvP, right? So if I were to like zero this out, just minus 50 from that, because we already got paid out for PvP. That is already, because this week is already ongoing, basically, right? So you have to minus out 50, which means you're at like 570. Okay, 570 is what I'm giving you as your amount here. You still have 100 gems. This is where majority of the gems are coming from. A login is still ongoing, right? You still have that. You also have your just ongoing regular income, which is still more than enough. 48 was added here. You have a little bit more here. I guess people are gonna tell me like, why didn't you add the free tickets? The free tickets are for Valenti, so that's not for Escanor or the other Fez. So keep that in mind. But whatever number you have right now, try to add about like 570. Try to add about 560, 570. If you want to really play it safe, because you miss out on a few things here and there, or you may have already gotten everything that I've talked about, which you can't, right? This is literally a login. This is not an out shit, right? So just add 550. Add 550 to whatever amount you currently have, and then check the banner. How close are you to reaching that pity? Are you 550 away? If you are, GG's. You'll make it exactly. If you're anything less than that away, GG's, it's all over, right? So, or rather more than that away, right? So again, just keep that in mind. 550 is what I'm giving you as your total here. Also, now, when it comes to the end of year, add 550 to whatever you have. That is what you'll have for the end of year. Start date only. You still have 4 more weeks on top of that, all right? So if they give you a 200 gem login, keep that in mind. That's now 700 gems you have ready for that Fez, okay? You're gonna be fine, most likely. That's if I don't know where everyone is right now, right? I can't like predict that, but doing the math and doing everything, it's like they gave so much gems and so many things, so it's hard to miss out on it. It definitely is. I'm just putting it out there now, but again, things happen, right? Things are like that. So it will screw you up completely. But I did edit this also and fix it into what it was prior. I think so. It's 629. It's putting the number here as 629, which is what I said, right? But again, if I change this part to 570, can I? All right, so I changed the gem guide a little bit. I put 580 just in case, because you got paid out for PvP. I'll actually drop it a little bit more, just to be a little bit more negative, right? Just so that if you are in that area, you're more, you can save, or like it's gonna save you a little bit. That's what it will look like, basically, right? If you have 300, it's going to push you to 866. 500 is going to push you to 1066. 750 will push you to 1316. Again, you just need to have put in like 300 to 400 gems into the banner so far, and you'll be fine, which I think majority of you have. You got a multi already in. You should have skipped QSAC, which means you already had 200 gems saved up. So I think everyone can get it. Again, if you are like a newer player, you can get so much more in story and stuff like that. There is like an abundant amount of gems everywhere, right? There are other things you can do. Again, 5-starring equipment. There's so much equipment that you can actually 5-star with the current events. You should be able to up this to like 9 a week. I'm not even lying. With gold being super easy to get now. Gear gacha, if you want to just spin it just to get some like stones and stuff like that to level up, you can do whatever. Like you can genuinely, if you want to like push this to 15 gems a week, temporarily, like for 2 weeks only, but I'll give you a multi, right? So if you are cutting it close, you can do those things. Go and farm your character affinity. Go in. There's extra ads and weird wheel soldiers, right? The wheel spins. Go and have fun. Go and do all of that. You can potentially get 5 gems a day if you're lucky, because I think it's like what, 5 ads now. Go and do that. There's so many things you can do on the side that if you are worried about it, you're perfectly fine. And again, if you want to make it to the end of year, you'll make it, right? So again, the math all checks out. That's what I'm giving you here. If you add 4 more weeks on top of this value, which is just a base 420, we don't know what events are dropping. Base 420, let's say it's a 200 gem login. That's 620 gems already, right? So 620 plus the 570, it's a lot of gems, okay? I'm telling you, you'll be fine. You'll definitely make it. But again, I do recommend that if you are cutting it close, these 3 things are what you can do weekly for more gems. All right, that's the whole point of it, because you can watch ads if you want to. You can 5-star more equipment. You can check if there's a character that's not been leveled up in affinity or affection. Do that, right? So again, these are all things that stand. Have fun with it. Try and get your Escanor copy or your first Escanor copy, or just go and go all out for the New Year Fez. That's really it. Up to you. Let me know. That's it. Yeah. Peace out. Enjoy. And that's been the gem guide. Not bad.